I'm actually going to record part of this because tonight I'm going to talk about something that I think is very time sensitive and can affect all of us in a really positive way if we choose to use it. So we're going to get to that in just a moment. But before we do, we want to do recognition first. So I'm going to actually turn things over to Tiffany for our recognition, and then we'll get into tonight's corporate call. So Tiff, take it away.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday evening. Yes, I'm excited. We've got some great promotions tonight. Everybody knows that Lifer 300 is one of my favorite promotions because it's when you've really gotten into momentum, you've gotten your two for free, and you've told some friends about traveling with you and set their expectations of a residual income. So I'm going to dive right in and share my screen. Okay, so. First, we have Terrain McCrae, Terrain, one of the two, but I don't have your picture, so please send it to me, guys. I have asked and asked and asked you guys, and we want to see your beautiful faces because that makes our promo flyers even better, and then you can post them on your social media. But these guys are now making a residual income every single month, and they're getting all of their perks for free. So let's give a big shout out. We've also got James McCrae, Liver 300, and Justin Groves, who I had a picture of. Thank you, Justin, and congratulations to all three of you guys for hitting Liver 300. I know that y'all are, off to the races for the next promotion. I'm sure that you'll probably be there by Vegas, so which I'm really excited about. So I will hand it back over to you, Wes.
All right. Now, before we get into tonight's training, I have a special topic, like I said, that we're going to cover tonight, but I wanted to give a special shout out. We only had one person complete round 4, so there's no drawing tonight. George Edwards. So George Edwards is the one who completed round 4. He posted 5 different exposures over the course of the week on the Facebook group. And so George is the only one who completed it. So he will get tickets for 2 to the VIP birthday celebration. So Eva, if you'll add George to the list, he and his guest are going to enjoy that incredible party on May 24th. And we will be looking through all of the qualifications to see if George completed everything else and is still eligible for round 5. But as all of you heard yesterday that we're on the training, round 5 is underway and it is very doable. So round 5 is get 2 people signed up for the conference. And so we told you about this yesterday. So the goal was to do it tonight because tonight at midnight, the tickets are going up to the regular price. We had the early bird price of $99 for the golf party, which includes golf at Atomic Golf. It also includes food and sodas for that party on Friday night. So basically the whole night is covered except for alcohol for $99. And then the conference is $99 unless you want VIP guaranteed first 2 rows. And that's the VIP ticket. And then we have the IU Day Club party, which is going to start sometime around noon on that Sunday at IU Day Club, and that is $99. They're all going up tonight to $159. So very important that you talk to your teams and let everybody know. And so this week you've got 2 steps. First one is to get 2 of your personal members tickets purchased for Vegas conference. You don't have to purchase them. You just have to get 2 people that are your personals signed up for the Vegas conference. So if you don't have 2 personals, get 2 personals. And then step 2 is rank up. So rank up and get 2 of your personals signed up for the Vegas conference this week. That is round 5. So if George completed all 4 rounds, all he has to do is complete round 5, and all of you are eligible to complete round 5, which means you can rank up to Lifer 300, or if you're already Lifer 300, rank up to Lifer 800. If you're already a Lifer 800, rank up to Lifer 1600. And if you rank up to Lifer 3000, you're going to make it to the party anyway. So keep that in mind. That is the focus of this week is Vegas conference and ranking up. So that is round 5. That is the last round of the March Madness contest. So we will see if we will have somebody shooting the shot for $10,000 in Las Vegas. Now tonight, after I make sure that everybody understands that the tickets are all increasing tonight. So I don't want to have anybody tomorrow like, oh my gosh, I forgot, I didn't know. So please let everybody in your organizations know tonight that the tickets are going up. We've already sold over the allotment of the early bird tickets, but we let the ticket sales go until tonight at midnight. So you definitely want to get on the horn tonight with your team, talk to everybody, and get them registered for Las Vegas. Now, tonight, I want to talk about something very special that for those of you that have been listening to my trainings, if you go back into August and September, I did a training and I talked about the economy, and I talked about what I thought was going to happen with the economy. I talked about what was happening with other direct sales companies changing their names, companies terminating the distributors. I was saying all at the end of last year that the economy has been masked by a lot of printing of money through all of the stimulus programs and all of the COVID relief funds and everything else, all of the inflation that we've had. And all of those predictions now have come to fruition. Now everybody is saying, all of the top economists are saying that there's no doubt we're in a recession and that we're going to have a recession. So here's what I want to caution all of you from. First of all, you can profit in a down market. Okay, just because the market is going down does not mean that you cannot make money. If you are investing in the stock market, if you're trading stocks, if you're buying crypto, you do not have to hold them. Okay, you can sell and you can make money when things go down. But here is where it comes into play for us as a company, because back in 2008 and 9, when we had a very similar economy situation happen, my company did really well because we were doing discount and wholesale travel. And people do not stop traveling during a recession. Okay, the airports were still packed. Hotels were still selling out. Some prices fluctuated. Some companies did deals and specials. And so there were some rate discounts, okay? But people were still traveling. In fact, if you looked at two of the industries that did well during 2008 and 9, people talk about how alcohol and liquor brands do well during a recession, but also escapism, right? The idea of getting out, getting away from the stress and some of the realities of life in a bad economy or in a recession. So here's what I want to remind all of you is that there will be people that are going to be looking to replace income, okay? There will be people that lost money in their 401ks. There will be people that have lost money in their investments. There will be people that lost money buying crypto at high prices. And I'm telling you, it's not going back to where it was anytime soon. And so keep that in mind as you're out there recruiting and talking to people, because people are going to be hungry. But here's the thing you need to keep in mind. Not everybody's going to tell you, because a lot of times in an economy, people hide and mask what's really going on in their finances. And so this is where you don't want to play God and predetermine or prejudge that someone is or isn't going to participate in Bright Life. You have no idea what someone's financial situation may be. That, you know, there are almost as many foreclosures happening right now, and percentage of them, as back in 2008 and 9. In fact, if you look at some of the charts that are coming out, there are more houses delinquent now than there were in 2008 and 9. Also, auto delinquencies. There are more people behind 2 months on their car payments than have ever been that way before in history. Okay, so what does that tell you? That means that people are going to have to replace income. They're going to have to find extra income. I just Google searched, by the way, right before I got on here, best ways to avoid bankruptcy. You know what came up in every single one of them? Almost, get a side hustle. Get a side hustle. How many people are going to be checking and searching for extra income? And we have the most lucrative compensation plan. We have the easiest residual qualification in the industry, okay? We have free product with just 2 referrals. So when you look at free product, you look at the lowest qualification for residual, the lowest qualification, the easiest qualification in the entire direct sales industry. We are the perfect solution in a down economy. We are the perfect solution for people that are going to want to continue to live their lives, want to continue to create memories with their family and have experiences, but be able to do it at a discount, be able to get a lower price, be able to save money. With our savings, our average savings on hotels, people are buying one night, getting a second night free. It's buy one, get one, because we've been averaging almost 45% off. So when you look at 45% savings, that means it's buy one, get one. Okay. So think about that for a second. As you're out there in the marketplace, there are people literally tonight. The futures are down. Crypto is down. Everything is red right now. I put videos up about this in December. I told all of you about this back in August and September and again in December. And so listen, right now, there are going to be people that are panicking and we have a solution. And so in a bad economy, in a down economy, you can make tons of money. You can also make money in the market when things are down. So what I want to encourage all of you to do is keep your heads held high and remember that we have a solution and that we saw this coming. In fact, I've talked to several of you that listened to my posts back in September and again in December whenever I sold my crypto. And I've had a lot of people message me and say, hey, thank you for telling me. Thank you for putting that out there. And so when you look at what's happening in the world today, do not be discouraged. Do not get disappointed. Do not have fear. We have a solution for people and we saw this coming, and the company has positioned itself to be able to help people in a time when the number one thing people are going to be searching for is, how do I save my house? How do I save my car? The number one thing they're going to see when they get on the internet is get a side hustle. Find a second stream of income. There are going to be a lot of people, just like there was in 2008 and 9. I cannot tell you how many realtors and how many mortgage brokers I recruited into my business in 2008 and 9 because no houses were selling and everything was getting foreclosed. And so mortgage brokers, they were not making money. Realtors were not making money. They were all looking for side hustles. And so things come, right? Come and go, ebb and flow. Some things go up, some things go down. But the thing that I want to tell all of you is stay positive because we have a solution for people. If the number one thing people are going to be searching for over the next several months, maybe it's a year, is going to be, how do I make extra income? How do I save my house? How do I save my car? Get a side hustle. You can go Google it and see. That's what it's telling people to do. That's what AI said. That's what Google said. So I'm telling you, we have a solution for people. So I want to encourage all of you to stay positive. We've got solutions for people. We've got the answer for people. There are going to be people praying for an answer, and Bright Life can be that. And so also don't forget, we start the new mentorship series tonight after the Zoom. So you've got right now 45 minutes to invite people to the Zoom tonight. And then literally at the end of the Zoom presentation for prospects, I'm going to start the new 90-day series, The Path to $100,000 in Residual Income. What a great time to get started and get mentorship that I would literally charge $2,500 an hour for if I was doing individual one-on-one coaching. And that's exactly what I did with this last mentorship group. I was literally doing one-on-one mentorship and coaching with the group every single day. Now we're going to be moving it to twice a week. So it's going to be on Sunday night and Wednesday night. And so that is the schedule for right now. We're going to see everybody that joins tonight and gets involved in the mentorship group, if those 2 nights work for them, but we're going to meet at least twice a week. And that way we're going to finalize that schedule tonight once I get to get feedback from everybody. But for sure, Sunday nights, and then probably going to be doing it Wednesday nights. We're going to just make sure it's after church for people so that it's not a conflict for church. But that is going to be decided after we get this group together tonight. So remember, neteasymarketing.com. If you want to get on the mentorship group, one of the other things that I was thinking of doing inside of that mentorship group is talking a little bit about the economy, talking a little bit about investing, talking a little bit about what I think is happening in the markets in that mentorship group, because it really is kind of a one-on-one environment where I'm working with people, talking about what's happening in the world. I'm giving real life examples of things you can do in conversation. There's going to be new objections that people are going to be giving. You know, they might be thinking, I can't travel right now. I can't afford to travel. There's going to be some of that as some of the shakeout in the economy continues. But just keep in mind, we have a solution for people. So stay positive and remember that whenever there is fear, that is the time to also profit. And that has been Warren Buffett's biggest strategy his entire life. And I'm sure most of you have heard there were more millionaires created during the Great Depression by percentage than any other time in history. So no matter what happens with the tariffs, no matter what happens with the economy, no matter what happens with crypto or any of those other things, aren't you glad that's not our product? Right? Because we don't have to worry about that, and we can profit from it if we plan and strategize and make good decisions and stay prepared. That's one of the most important things that you can do, is stay prepared. So I encourage all of you to stay positive. Go invite for tonight's call at 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Our Sunday night Zooms have been amazing. We got a live testimonial on there. So people have been signing up and getting excited, and then we're going to put them right into the mentorship tonight. And I'll mention that on the call tonight, that they could literally hop right on to neteasymarketing.com. I'm going to go through the getting started tonight. So tonight's will probably be a little bit longer. I might break it into 2 sections because my getting started message is probably, I think the first meeting was about an hour and a half. And so I might cut it down tonight, because there's going to be some first timers on there that might get signed up tonight at 8 o'clock. And then they go right into the mentorship at 8:30. So I would encourage everybody on your team, no matter where they are in the business, no matter where they are in their Bright Life career, to get on the mentorship series. There's no requirement of them. I will give them the assignments, but this is not like I did the first time. You can participate with what you want. Obviously, you're going to get the results if you complete the assignments, but it is what it is. And so I would get on as many of those as you can right now. It's going to be Sunday and Wednesday night, 8:30 Central, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So it will follow immediately the Zoom that takes place on tonight, Sunday night, and also on Wednesday night. So thank you guys so much for getting on tonight. I did record this, and so I'm going to drop this in to the back office and on the YouTube channel, because I want people to remember not to be afraid in times of fear and chaos in the markets and in the economy, because great things can happen whenever these types of events take place. And you never know why it's going to happen or what's going to cause it, but you just stay prepared and realize that we have a solution that people are looking for. And so stay tuned. We'll continue to talk about this, and I can't wait to see how many people get their tickets purchased for Vegas by tonight and save on the price before it goes up tomorrow. So make sure you remind everybody that the ticket prices go up tonight, and we'll see you guys back here with your guests in 40 minutes. And then everybody for the mentorship series immediately following the Zoom at neteasymarketing.com. Take care. God bless.